What if I told you that 70% of people will experience imposter syndrome at some point in their lives, including some of the most successful individuals you can imagine? That nagging voice in your head, whispering, "You don't belong here," isn't unique to you. It's a psychological phenomenon that affects millions, and today, we're going to unpack why it happens and how to silence that inner critic once and for all. Imposter syndrome is that persistent feeling that you're a fraud who somehow fooled everyone around you. It's the voice that says you're not qualified for your position, that you don't deserve your achievements, and that it's only a matter of time before everyone discovers you're not as competent as they think. This isn't just occasional self-doubt. This is a deep-seated fear that can paralyze your decision-making and steal your confidence. The term was first coined by psychologists Pauline Clance and Suzanne Imes in 1978, but the experience is as old as human achievement itself. Maya Angelou, despite winning 3 Grammy Awards and being nominated for a Pulitzer Prize, once said she was afraid people would find out she'd run a con game and managed to deceive everyone. Even Albert Einstein reportedly felt like an intellectual fraud. If these giants of human achievement felt this way, imagine how common this experience really is. Imposter syndrome typically manifests in 5 distinct patterns. The perfectionist sets excessively high goals and feels like a failure when they don't meet 100% of their objectives. The expert feels like they need to know everything before speaking up and fears being exposed as inexperienced. The soloist believes asking for help reveals weakness and that they should be able to handle everything independently. The natural genius expects to master things quickly and easily, feeling shame when they face challenges or need effort to succeed. Finally, the superwoman or superman tries to excel in all areas of life simultaneously, feeling inadequate when they can't juggle everything perfectly. The psychological toll of imposter syndrome extends far beyond momentary discomfort. It creates a constant state of anxiety and stress that can lead to burnout, depression, and a reluctance to pursue new opportunities. People experiencing imposter syndrome often engage in self-sabotaging behaviors, procrastinating on important tasks, over-preparing to the point of paralysis, or avoiding challenges altogether. They attribute their successes to luck or external factors while taking full responsibility for any perceived failures. This mental pattern becomes particularly destructive because it creates a self-perpetuating cycle. The more you doubt yourself, the more you avoid taking risks or pursuing opportunities. The fewer risks you take, the fewer chances you have to build confidence through success. Meanwhile, you're constantly comparing your internal experience of struggle and uncertainty to others' external appearance of confidence and competence. Breaking free from imposter syndrome requires a fundamental shift in how you process your thoughts and experiences. Start by recognizing that competence and confidence aren't the same thing. You can be highly skilled while still feeling uncertain, and that uncertainty doesn't negate your abilities. In fact, the most competent people often experience the most doubt because they understand the complexity of what they're doing. One powerful technique is reframing your internal dialogue. Instead of thinking you're fooling everyone, consider that you're learning and growing like every other human being. Replace thoughts like, "I don't know what I'm doing," with "I'm learning as I go," which is normal and healthy. When you catch yourself attributing success to luck, consciously acknowledge the skills, effort, and preparation that contributed to that outcome. Document your achievements and the path that led to them. Keep a success journal where you record not just what you accomplished, but the specific actions, decisions, and skills that made it possible. This creates concrete evidence of your competence that you can reference when doubt creeps in. Seek out mentors and peers who can provide perspective on your journey. Often, imposter syndrome thrives in isolation. When you share your experiences with others, you'll discover that your struggles are normal parts of professional and personal growth. Many successful people are happy to share their own experiences with self-doubt and the strategies they used to overcome it. Remember that growth requires discomfort. That feeling of being in over your head isn't evidence that you don't belong. It's evidence that you're pushing boundaries and developing new capabilities. The goal isn't to eliminate uncertainty, but to develop a healthier relationship with it. Uncertainty becomes less threatening when you view it as a sign of growth rather than inadequacy. Your worth isn't determined by your performance, and your value doesn't depend on being perfect. You belong in the spaces you occupy because you bring unique perspectives, experiences, and abilities that contribute to the collective success of your team, organization, or community.